We have a raid from Johnny's Journey. Thank you so much, Johnny's Journey, for the raid. I appreciate that.
Cool.
And then we have someone new in here. We have JSW. Oh, okay. I did mute. I've been really bad lately with not muting the YouTube side, so I wanted to check that. Never seen your show before. I love watching true crime. Then it is spooky too. Awesome. Yeah, so we do murder, mystery, haunted history. So we go into the history of some of the spooky places. We also cover true crime stories. So those can be a little bit on the gruesome side, and also just to kind of get the stories out there for the victims as well. And then we also just cover some like spooky doll stories. There's some of those on the channel.
Creepy dolls.
Yeah, creepy dolls. And then this is Nettie. I always point to the wrong side. This is Nettie from MelNetteLivingFreeZipCodeless, and I am Phoebe. So, and then today, Nettie does a lot of the research for these. And today we are going to cover, I think you said Disneyland has some spookiness to it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's crazy. The happiest place on earth having spookiness sounds crazy to me.
Right?
Yeah. So why don't we jump into the story and see what's going on? All right. Where happy haunts go to rest.
Dun, dun.
Dun, dun. Oh, I forgot to welcome everybody in. Hold on one second. Let me back it up. Sorry,
we're just excited. We're excited to do the show.
I am excited to do this one because I do not know anything about hauntings at Disneyland. So this is going to be interesting for me. So we have Johnny's Journey who gave us the raid. Thank you so much. And Johnny, I am excited to see where the build goes with the new van you're working on. We have Jay, as I said. We have Thrifty Angela, who's always here. What's for dinner tonight, Thrifty Angela? We have Happy Place Camping. Hello, hello. We have Barbara Carter. I seen her. Here she is.
Yeah.
Barbara. RV Underway. Hello and welcome. RV Underway was live today with pictures, and I absolutely love pictures of all kind. It's so interesting to me to go back in time. Oh, I love it. It was a great live today. Meatloaf. Oh, yummy.
I love meatloaf.
I haven't had that in forever. I don't know why. I just haven't had it in forever. Okay. Now let's jump in and find out why Disneyland is spooky. You go first.
Okay. Disneyland in Anaheim, California is the original Disney theme park. It has been around since July 17, 1955. Since then, over 600 million people have walked through the gates. But legend has it that some visitors never left. You see, Disneyland is said to be haunted. It is probably one of the most haunted properties in California.
Hello, Todd Johnston. Hello and welcome. Did you stuff your meatloaf? Oh, please tell me more about this. All right. Over the decades, a number of mysterious events have taken place within the gates of Disneyland. If reports are to be believed, a number of locations are actually haunted by spirits. Here are the most interesting Disneyland ghost stories. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, Happy Place has a video on it. Ooh. Watching on the big screen and texting on my phone. Oh, wow.
That's cool.
Hi. We're on the big
We're on the big screen.
Okay. Creepy Disneyland stories. I love the editing on this one, the lines you have going through.
Thanks. Guests and cast members, Disneyland employees alike have come forward with stories of the supernatural inside the brim of the happiest place on earth.
Thanks, Barbara. I have never heard that Disneyland was haunted. Me either.
Yeah,
I'm interested in this.
this is the first for me as well.
Main Street Fire Station. When you enter Disneyland, you walk under the train tracks. Just after this, on the left side of the street, next to the City Hall restrooms, is the firehouse. Hi, Linda Barker.
When Walt Disney was alive, he had an apartment on the second floor of this building. He used it as a home base of sorts while the park was being built and stayed there often after Disneyland opened.
Hey, Ford Man, aka Kenneth Oakes. Thanks for sharing us out. I appreciate it. Can you imagine having an apartment on Disneyland, like at the entrance of Disneyland, and being able to sit there and watch everybody enter and the families, like all the kids smiling and laughing and having fun and all that? That would be so cool.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
That would bring your soul and your heart so much happiness to see something that you created and built and then see all the laughter and fun that the families are having. Oh, so awesome. I could see this place being haunted. 100% could see this being haunted.
Isn't it beautiful though, that apartment?
It's beautiful. 100% beautiful, but I could see it being haunted. He also hosted celebrities and VIPs in his apartment. Whenever Walt was in the park, he would light a lamp in the fire station window to let people know he was there. Interesting. Huh.
Yep, there's a lamp.
If this story goes on to say that that lamp lights up, I'm going to get chills.
Apparently, Walt never left. According to his Disney legend, soon after Walt's death, a woman from the maintenance crew was cleaning the apartment and noticed that the lamp was lit. She turned it off and left, only to see it lit in the window when she got outside.
No, I would not be okay. If I was that cleaning lady, I'd never go back. I'd be like, Walt, I'm sorry. I disturbed your apartment. I'm done. I'm not coming back again, buddy.
Like, I'm gone.
Okay, not coming back. Johnny's Journey. Did I tell everyone I almost scaredy cat? Johnny's Journey, I'm going on a little adventure here in St. Louis, and I was hoping you would join me. One of the most famous scary places here in St. Louis. You don't want to join?
Ooh.
I think they will too. Oh, the meatloaf. Okay. No, this maid though, if she ever went back and cleaned that place after that, she's one brave lady. That seriously gives me chills. He's like, I'm still here. Don't turn my lamp off.
Get out of my room. The light is on.
I'm still hanging out here. Dramatic hippie. Oh my God, I'm late. Oh, you're fine. You're busy, I know. You gonna be doing the Limp Mansion? Maybe. Maybe we have like a Scooby-Doo adventure, a whole gang of us. Maybe going to the Limp Mansion. Johnny's Journey said, ha!
No.
I have someone else that's wanting to go to the Limp thing with us. Maybe it's the Limp Mansion, who's very scared as well. So, you could join. We could all hold hands and make it through. Didn't know you were over 1K. Congratulations. Thank you so much, Three Souls. I appreciate that. Awesome. That would be a blast. Yeah, I'm excited. Kippy said, Shaggy. We have a Scooby and a Shaggy picked out. Costumes and all? Maybe. All right. Yeah, this scares me. All right, your turn.
Oh, it's your turn.
Okay. She then did what anyone would do in that situation. She went back into the apartment and turned the lamp back off. This is wrong. Didn't I just say anyone in this position would run? She went back in and turned into the apartment and turned the lamp back off. When she went back outside, the lamp had been relit. She went back again and turned it off, only this time she didn't leave the apartment. Why? Walt clearly was telling you to leave his effing lamp alone. He didn't just turn it off once or twice, or turn it back on once or twice. He turned it back on 3 times. He was clearly saying, leave my crap alone. She did what anyone else would do. No, she didn't. Vote over here in the comments section. Did she do what all of you would do, or did she do the opposite of what you would do? Let us know.
I would have left.
That he would have left.
Yeah.
Johnny's Journey, I will let you know in case you do want to join us. I will let you know the dates that we get picked out. All right.
The lamp turned itself back on right in front of her. Nobody has tried to turn the lamp off since. It is left burning to symbolize Walt Disney's presence in his beloved Disneyland. To this day, cast members report footsteps and knocking coming from the fire station apartment, especially at night.
Hippie, of course, Hippie. Hippie says, I love hanging out in the apartment. So much history in it. It's a happy place. I agree. I agree that it would probably be a very happy place and a very gentle, kind place to be. However, if I was the maid who was cleaning it and he kept turning the lamp on and I had been the one to turn it off, I at that point would feel I offended Walt and would be like, I'm out. I'm done. I'm not messing with his lamp no more. See you later, Walt.
Yeah.
I would not want to mess with his stuff anymore.
He was telling her he was there. That was the purpose of lighting it. I'm here. Yeah. Leave.
Yeah, I'm here. Get out. Like, leave my stuff alone. That is so cool. Johnny's Journey built a coffin for her neighbor's Halloween decor.
Oh my gosh.
Linda Barker said he was just saying hi. Maybe the first time.
Yeah.
By the third time that I turned it off and he turned it back on, I would think I probably pissed him off.
Yeah.
Thrifty Angela said I probably would have left. And so a hippie, you get to hang out. That's really cool. Take some pictures next time you're in there.
Mm-hmm.
Although if it was just a light, I might have been okay. Maybe he just wanted some company. Yeah, maybe. Maybe he was like, let me show you I'm here so I can get some company. That's a possibility too. I think that it would have scared me off though. But then again, I'm kind of a scaredy cat. I love this kind of spooky stuff, but I am a scaredy cat. Like in the one video I have of that Nomadic Hippie, I went back and clipped the video of the doll's leg moving up and down when Mansion Mom was in the room with it. If that would have happened when I was in there, I probably would never be able to enter that room again. I would have screamed and
Yeah.
cried.
I just don't know how you're going to be with having your own creepy doll.
I'm excited.
That's scary.
Since you mentioned that, if anyone hasn't seen, I'm getting a creepy doll. Hippie picked me up a doll.
It's crazy.
Let me show everybody my creepy
Look at-
doll.
Isn't she beautiful?
She's gonna be our new baby that's gonna sit right here with us.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so excited. Okay.
You need to send it to me so I have it one week and then you. That's crazy.
Dinner is ready, sitting down to eat, but I'm listening. Okay, thanks so much for continuing to listen. Okay. So we'll get back into the story here. To this day, cast members report. Did we read this one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Dallas freaked me out. That one's creepy looking. I like that they leave that lit for him now.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I thought Walt was cryogenically frozen. Maybe he's cold. Oh, if he was, maybe that is to keep him warm. I still have your doll, but I'm in North Carolina at the moment. Can't wait to drop her off. Yeah, Hippie actually, let me show you what he's got going on at the moment. He has all 3 of these at the moment. Well, he might have mailed the smaller one out, but the small one was being mailed to a winner. The middle-sized one is his, and the big one is mine. So he had all 3 of these in his truck.
Oh, my.
Poor Hippie. All right. Shops throughout the park. Is it your turn or mine?
Your turn.
Okay. Oh, okay. So a Hippie said Uncle Lisa should have his by now. The little one was Uncle Lisa's.
Aww.
Okay. Many of the stores are supposedly haunted. The 4th floor stock room of the Star Trader at the exit of Star Tours in Tomorrowland supposedly has cold spots and a really creepy feeling to it. There are also stories of the merchandise being rearranged on the shelves after the shop is locked up for the night when nobody is around. Dun, dun, dun.
The Hatmosphere, the hat booth between America Sings and the Tomorrowland, is haunted. Supposedly, the sewing machine they use to embroider names on the hats never gets warm, even after being used all day long. And once someone saw a face in the sewing machine.
It's creepy. Tomorrowland. I would bet, though, if this is like the happiest place you've ever been, maybe you'd want to go back there and spend your life there, your afterlife there. One of the ice cream carts is also supposedly haunted. People have reported hearing a woman's voice, even though there is no woman around. That woman liked her some ice cream. It's just like, I'm living out my life in the ice cream cart.
Right?
It's going to sit there and eat it all. I can't gain weight. I'm a ghost. That's too funny. I'm picturing, like, sorry, my dog's being loud. I'm picturing, you know, that the movie Casper. I told you all that I had a crush on the Casper ghost when I was a kid, but the I think it was like the evil 3. I don't know if they were step uncles or cousins. There was 3 other ghosts, and one was skinny, one was fat, and then one was like medium. And they always were trying to talk Casper into doing bad things. But I'm picturing the fat uncle ghost in there.
Oh, yeah.
Ice cream. The monorail. Wow. Now that's an antique Disney.
Mm-hmm. Isn't it cool looking?
That is so cool looking. See, some of the stuff that we've modernized, I wish that we would have just upkept, like, kept it the way it was, but just upkept it, like, fixed the broken parts and just kept it the way it was.
Mm-hmm.
Because it'd be cool to be able to go to a park like that and step back into time, you know? I agree, Happy Place. Definitely agree. Thank you, Three Souls. Yeah, but wouldn't it be cool to go to a park like that and be able to just to not go to some place that's all new and cool, but to be able to step backwards in time.
Yeah. In 1966, a 19-year-old boy tried to sneak into Disney for a grad night. Every June, Disneyland is open every night for high school graduates. Thomas Cleveland snuck over a perimeter fence and onto the monorail track.
Uh-oh.
That's the new version now.
Yeah, that's so modernized.
Yeah.
That's going into the future modernized,
Mm-hmm.
which is cool. I'm not saying that's not cool, but maybe they could have done like Disney World in the modern, like futuristic, and kept Disneyland in the old fashioned. That way you could experience stepping back into the past and one into the future. It would have been cool to do that.
Yeah, that would have been really cool.
You know that random fact, everyone, that on the St. Louis riverfront where the arch is, that Disneyland had tried to put in their park here in St. Louis.
Oh,
originally.
wow.
Yeah, that was like a fact I learned when I was growing up, that they had, that we were one of the locations that they were going to put in. You know what? As I read your comment, I looked at that and thought the exact same thing. Thomas the Train. Dum, dum. Yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting that they would look at St. Louis
Oh,
as a
yeah.
place.
I didn't know that was one of the pretenders, you know.
Yeah, we were one of the contenders for their
Yeah.
location. I don't remember whose turn it is again.
It's your turn.
Y'all should count how many times I say that through a live every time. While security saw him, he did not heed their warnings, and he was not able to get off the track before being struck and killed by an oncoming train and dragged 30 to 40 feet before the train stopped.
There have been reports from other monorail drivers over the years that they have seen the spirit of the boy still on the tracks. It happens at night, but the vision vanishes before the train gets too close.
He wouldn't wait for a ride up Space Mountain? Whoa.
Yeah.
I think he was trying to break into the park more than Space Mountain, but I remember being a kid, like a teenager, and doing some stupid things. And I'm surprised I'm still here today, you know, and I look back and think, how many teenagers are doing the same things I was that didn't make it, you know? It's like, wow. It's so magical, though.
Isn't it?
The things they come up with. Space Mountain. His spirit is smarter than his body. He learned a lesson. Shaco, you are bad. Guest and cast members have reported seeing Disco Debbie. Debbie is a glowing green ghost inside the ride, who is reported to be a cast member who died of an aneurysm behind the Space Mountain building. That's very true, Linda. Like when seniors get killed in the car after prom. Very true. I think teenagers just really don't think through their decisions. Like teenagers, they don't think. I think I could be wrong that maybe it was open to grads and nobody else. You still had to pay to get in, but it was maybe just open to grads and not like everybody. That way it wasn't as crowded. So you still had to pay to get in.
Yeah.
It's a frightening looking building.
That's weird looking to me.
Yeah, it looks like a scary building. Like they should be having like a duel on top of the building or something.
Yeah. Now, people have also reported seeing a man with reddish hair and a red face. He usually gets into a seat next to a single rider. By the time the ride ends, the man has disappeared.
I'm happy to be alive after some of the dates I've been on. I think Hippie is too. But then again, Hippie tries to go on dates with some weird ones. Warno, yeah, Hippie knows Warno. No, I'm just kidding. Supposedly, this is the ghost of a man who died on the ride in the 1970s. They call him Mr. One Way. And he is also sometimes seen in the cast member locker rooms in the Space Mountain building. The Space Mountain building seems to be the space, no pun intended, the place that everyone like should go and do the ghost hunting at, because there seems to be a lot of ghosts surrounding that building. Have a bucket will travel. If y'all have not seen our story on the lady that put her man's head in a bucket, one of her two men's heads in a bucket, you ought to go check that one out. That's Hippie's dream lady, apparently. Sorry, Hippie. Oh, man. Okay.
That's funny.
Have a bucket will travel. Oh, Hippie, you crack me up. This ride looks terrifying to me. I don't know why, but it just does. Does it go into that white building?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. See, no, thank you. America Sings.
This is the big, round, rotating building at the east end of Tomorrowland. Originally, it was the Carousel of Progress, showcasing predictions of products for the near and not so near future.
Okay, so maybe some of the older stuff was a little creepy. Maybe. I mean, that looks a little creepy. Are those people? Are those like animatronic? Like
animatronics. Yeah.
Animatronics.
Yeah.
It closed in the early 1970s and reopened the summer of 1974 as America Sings, a show highlighting the musical history of the first 200 years of the United States. In 1998, it changed again to be the Innovations building. had a bad experience at Whalem's Park's wooden roller coaster as a kid. I don't do roller coasters. Oh no, what happened? What happened? Um, hey, Happy Place, can you put in a link to your cooking channel, please? And for anyone that has not subscribed to her cooking channel, because she has two channels, can we please all make sure we hit the subscribe button on her cooking channel, please? All right.
2 weeks after the new attraction opened, a new ride operator, 18-year-old Deborah Stone, was killed when she was crushed between the wall of the moving audience section of the building and the stationary stage. Ever since, cast members working the ride have reported hearing a voice tell them to be careful. Now they have this on YouTube. It's a little over a minute where somebody was videoing going in and filming the stage, and she's there in the corner. The lights go off because it's a rotating stage that has these puppets, basically.
Yeah.
She stepped too close to the wall when the stage rotated, and she got caught in between, and they have her, you can hear her on video screaming. It's terrible. So yeah, it's out there, and you just have to put her name in.
Vote over in the chat, please. Would you like to watch that YouTube video?
I actually have it if you want me to send it, or you can just, you'll see it's just a little over a minute.
Sorry if y'all can hear my dog. I have both dogs in the room today because Bulldog and his son went to the mall together today. I found it.
Okay.
Yeah, vote in the comment section if you would like to watch the video of this. Hey, you, quit it, Frito feet. All right. No problem, Happy Place. And like I said, anybody that doesn't have Happy Place's cooking channel, definitely subscribe. She is an amazing cook and shares a lot of her talent over on that channel. The bar that comes down to hold you in, released in the middle of the ride. Oh, I can't imagine the fear that caused.
Now, I had almost the same experience. I think it might have been at Disneyland because I was born in California, and my dad took us to amusement park. It might have been that. I don't remember, but you know how they would measure you when you come up to a ride, and I was below the height, but he talked the operator into letting me get on with my dad on the roller coaster, and it went upside down and did everything, and I was so small I came out from the bar, and he had to grab me because I was going to literally completely come out of that ride. So I also have a fear of roller coasters ever since that happened to me.
How is Disney still operating with all of these deaths happening? So I think I'm not 100% correct, or I don't 100% know if I'm correct on this, but I think if I remember that when you buy your ticket, there is something that you agree to when you buy the ticket that they're not liable. Like, now it's done because you used to buy your ticket at a window, right?
Yeah.
And I think you still do that, but it's more electronically done now. So nowadays, it's not like you just buy a ticket, pay cash, and get a ticket. You have to like sign for something. And when you sign for that, you're basically signing saying they're not liable if you're injured. And I think that there is also something done like there's some laws that have been passed because of accidents on rides and whatnot,
Yeah.
where there's investigations done now, and if it was faulty equipment and all of that stuff, then like the employees that die from this stuff aren't, their families can't sue if the equipment was faulty and it wasn't
Right.
Disney's fault that the equipment was faulty, because they do regular maintenance on it, and as long as that regular maintenance is done, they can't be held liable either. So it's all very tricky when it comes to that stuff. I believe that's the way that it works and how they're still in operation, but I'm not 100% sure. Oh, hello, ladies. So we have Larice Gisay in here. Absolute sweetheart. If you don't have her, go pick her up. I promise you're going to want her on your team. And then we also have Chrissy Mama is in here. I saw her too.
Yep.
Absolute sweetheart. You definitely want her on your team. So go check her out and grab her, please. You guys want these ladies. I'm telling you, absolute sweethearts. I am doing good. It's so good to see you ladies in here. I know we're on different time schedules here, so great to see you all. The Road to Timberwolf at Worlds of Fun in KC many, many years ago, and I was slipping out from under the bar, and there was no harness to keep peeps in. The next summer, a girl flew out and died. Oh, well, you know, there was that accident in Florida just recently, and it was a kid from St. Louis, and he was too big to be on the ride.
Oh.
And he came out. He was like 300 plus pounds, so the harness would not
hold him.
And he told the guy before they sent the ride up, he said the harness isn't clipped. And the guy said, you'll be fine. And they sent it up anyway. And the people next to him knew that they told him that you'll be fine. And it might have even been on video. I'm not 100% sure. So there's still an ongoing court case with this because the operators of the ride 100% did this kid wrong, and he passed away. So there is a court case there because there's witnesses to the guy telling him you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead. I didn't see anybody give me play the video. Brutal. I didn't hear that about the harness issue. Oh, about the kid.
Yeah.
Most of the deaths at Disney are wives' tales. America Sings happens. Runaround Splash Mountain. But most of the other accidents about people pass at hospitals and not on property. Nomadic Hippie knows a lot about Disney. He's been into a lot of the back stuff. There's a video on it. I saw it. And it's horrible. You actually see him flying out. Yeah, Thrifty Angela, the St. Louis kid. Yeah, there is a video on it. I don't know if they caught on video the guy saying you'll be fine before they sent him up or not. But there is a video of him coming out of the ride. It's terrible. Yeah, that was the problem. Nobody knew when the video came out that what they were watching.
Yeah.
So many people ended up seeing something they would never have watched. Yeah, you'll be fine. Geez, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and watch this little clip from the current video we're talking about. I'll go ahead and share that out. Let me pause it. Get the volume going here. Share. Oh, let me remove this for a minute. Can I share? No, I can't do that. All right. Share screen. All right. This is about 1 minute long.
Yeah.
1 minute, 54 seconds.
And that's her there.
Can everyone hear it? Can you let me know in the comment section if you can hear it or if I need to turn it up? So this is Deborah Gale.
Yeah.
Now, if you are not interested in seeing how she passes, come back in a minute or so.
And they actually don't show it, but you'll hear her. But it's
If you
dark.
don't want to hear that part, then turn away for now or turn your volume down. Okay, everybody can hear it. We're going to go on then.
Or even and especially no flash photography here in our theater. Also for your own personal safety, remain in your seats at all times, especially while the carousel is in motion. Feel free to clap and sing along, but please remember, no flash pictures. And now America's Favorite.
Let's travel on through history and hear America sing. Sing it, Sam. Yankee Doodle traveled south, riding on a riverboat. Played a tune and sang it out. It sounded like a billy goat. Yankee Doodle liked the South, sang their song so dear. Thought they were most elegant for everyone to hear. Yankee Doodle sing it up to Yankee Doodle language. Fine music and the working in the song behind you.
I don't know if you can see behind this thing that's on here. I don't know why they pop something up on the screen like that. Let's go back just a second here. Someone 18 was student something who served as hostess of the attraction. Something into the job. She can't read that part. The wrong place. She was the wrong
What
place.
she did is because I researched it, and, where she was standing and welcoming everybody for them to sit down. She was up against the wall area. Now the stage rotates, and it rotates so the next segment, of American Sing will come on, and the lights would come on, and they would talk. While she stepped back, and since they shut the lights off, she didn't see where she was stepping back to, and she stepped up against the wall. And so when it turned on her, and you see how the stage, this is a picture of the stage, and so she was in a corner on the left side, and it crushed her. And they said that the audience thought it was part of the show. And how could that be part of the show, with somebody screaming like that? And she was crushed, and they said body parts were, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and read this. It says, 2 weeks after the new attraction opened. Okay. I don't know. Did we read this already, BB?
Yeah, I think this is the one we read.
Okay.
I was trying to go back to the picture, and then my dogs started going nuts. They thought someone was home.
Okay, and here's a picture of the stage. And it's a rotating stage.
So you said that, hi, Ashley. You said that the body parts started going like out.
Yeah, nobody could see that because the lights are off. And then when the lights came back on, of course, the operators didn't know what was going on because it was dark. She was crushed, and that's what the research said, is they saw body parts.
Oh,
died instantly. Yeah.
That scream sounded added compared to the recording on the video. I would agree that scream did sound a little bit added. Probably those bell bottoms pants got caught. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if it was something like that for sure. A lot of the time the clothes can get caught back then for sure.
But on the research, they said you could hear her scream, and not just this video here, just researching it. They said the audience heard her scream. So I don't know if he, changed it or not, but that's what they said. Yeah.
I mean, it may have been a scream and they just made the scream louder through the audio or something like that. The headgear, my cousin, he had that headgear that came out to like here, and it was, oh man, I can't believe they made kids wear that back in the day.
I know.
Hey, Nomadic Rat Pack, hello and welcome. I apologize for the dogs. I'm the only one home today, and these two dogs do not know what to do with that, so I apologize. Trying to go through the comments real quick so I don't miss any. Okay. Let's go on to the next one. Is this one yours to read?
I think so, yeah. Okay. So the America Sings building is also said to be haunted by the ghost of a teenage boy who died in the speed tunnel section of the People Mover, which is on the outer edge of the building. The boy died while trying to jump from one car to another and was dragged along the tracks before the ride came to a stop.
Again, this is easy to believe because kids do stupid things, and I could see a kid jumping from one car to another. All that remained was a set of perfectly straight teeth. Bloody, but straight. Mm-hmm. The Matterhorn bobsleds. Oh, bobsledding is so dangerous. It really is. There's a story about bobsledding that I would love to cover sometime. Oh, I just skipped right over this. It was a group of friends. I'll have to look it up and cover it sometime on this channel.
Okay.
In 1984, Dolly Young was riding on the Matterhorn on the Tomorrowland side. There are two tracks that go through the ride, one near Tomorrowland and one near Fantasyland.
Dolly was alone in the back seat, and a child was alone in the front seat. In the middle of the ride, Dolly unbuckled herself, supposedly to assist the child in the seat in front of her.
Never unbuckle yourself on a ride. She stood up just before the dip where the other track crosses over the track she was riding on. She hit her head on the bridge and fell onto the track. When the next sled came along, Dolly got run over. The story is that they had to dismantle the track to dislodge her body. Ooh. Is that the ride when this happened? Or the ride back, or the ride now?
No, that's just the ride now.
Okay.
Dolly now haunts the Matterhorn. Some people say they have seen Dolly. She still haunts the tracks near the spot where she died, a place now called Dolly Dip in her honor.
Shaco said her name was Dolly, high IQ guaranteed. Now, I will have to argue with you, sir. Dolly Parton is very smart, especially when teal and pink. That lady is very smart. She went very far from where she came from. If you really look into her story, she came really far from where she was. So she's a smart lady. A little odd. I will give you a little odd, but she came very far from what she was dealt at first in life. Okay, that ride looks terrifying. Terrifyingly unsafe.
Yeah.
He says, oh my God, you pulled out Dolly Parton. I salute you, BB. Good, pointy. Nope. At least one former cast member who used to work the attraction claims to have frequently had an uneasy feeling while walking the attraction at night, specifically through the spot referred to as Dolly's Dip. Other cast members have even reported seeing Dolly. It's a small world after all. Sorry, I can't say that without singing it. It's just a thing. Anybody else like that? Where you see something and it's a part of a song and you just cannot say it. You have to sing it, even if it's in your head.
It triggers it.
Yeah.
The story is that several cast members who worked on It's a Small World loved the ride so much that they came back to reside there after they died. The legend is the lights will turn on and off, and that the dolls will keep on dancing and singing after hours when the electricity has been turned off.
Hence why I think most of the people said they don't like dolls because they do creepy
Right.
stuff. For me, I want to see the dolls do creepy stuff, and then I will run like a chicken, but I want to see it happen. And you see, the doll that I'm getting isn't going to stay in my room. It's going to be in this office, but this office is shared with my daughter, so she gets to sleep with the creepy doll. I'm a bright mother, you know? Oh my gosh. Can you imagine walking in there and their books are like down at their side and their other hands up in the air partying? Got their
Right.
hats twirling. They're acting like strippers.
They'll be twerking.
They're twerking, shaking their booties and twirling their hats. Ricky says he doesn't doubt that.
Right.
The Haunted Mansion. No, nope, nada. Keep the dolls away. Hello, Zanron. All right. There are several ghosts that haunt the Haunted Mansion. The first ghost story happened when the mansion was still being built back in the 1960s. Laugh out loud. Do you not like dolls, Johnny's Journey? Okay. Now we know this was built to look haunted, but I'm going to say something that I haven't said in a long time. The architecture on this building looks fantastic.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
It looks creepy. I mean, they did a
Yeah.
really good job making this look real and creepy.
One of the sound designers was in the seance room and heard music coming from behind a wall. He thought it was a radio, but there was never any talking or commercials, just music.
Thrifty Angela said that's cool. I agree. They made that look really cool. And you know, with like haunted buildings that are made to look haunted,
Yeah.
they have to, there's people that are going in there specifically because they think it's haunted, right? And so there's people that are going in there and trying to make it haunted, going in there and saying the devil's name, going in there and chanting weird crap. And like they're inviting evil into that building because they're going in there in hopes of being a haunted place. So whether it was haunted to begin with or not, there's people going in there trying to make it haunted. He kept hearing the music for days. Finally, he decided to just put a speaker near the spot the music was coming from to mask it. This is completely off topic, but I'm a little jealous. My daughter just texted. She got a picture with Phil Callan from Def Leppard. He came into the restaurant in Charlotte she works at. Crazy. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool. Larice just say, thanks so much for still being here. I appreciate it. All right. You know the music's bad when you gotta like put a speaker up to hide the music.
Yeah.
But then I wonder if like he was afraid it was like trying to put him in a trance or something.
The spell book in the seance circle was a real spell book, and the Madame Leota was reciting a spell from that book. Rumor had it that each morning when cast members would arrive at the attraction to open the ride, they would find the book in a different place than it was the previous night.
Okay, then that would start to creep me. Yeah. Johnny's Journey said, who's Def Leppard? And then said, just kidding. And Harvey Underwood said, that sound director was hearing, it's a small world. Because the neighbors are over there, the dolls.
The dolls are all
tripping. It's just about, I was just about to ask how you can not possibly know who they are. Def Leppard. There is also a story about a woman who came to the Haunted Mansion to sprinkle her young son's ashes in the ride since his dying wish was to be one of the Haunted Mansion's ghosts. See, that's the stuff I'm talking about. The Haunted Mansion may not have been haunted to begin with.
Yeah.
But it sure was to become haunted because of stuff like this. You know? It's just creepy. I mean, they like this. The carriage has a coffin in it. And honestly, that the house is built to look like oh, I don't want to get this word wrong. Those houses that were. My brain just went completely dead on me, like completely. They had slaves back in the day, and a lot of them are haunted now. They had a lot of property, and then these houses had slaves. They called them something specifically. You went and visited a lot of these. They have a specific word for them. Anybody in the chat help me out?
Plantations?
Yes, plantations. It looks like a plantation house, the way that it has the 4 beams in the front, the walk around porches on the top. It's built to look like a plantation house, which a lot of plantation houses are haunted and haunted by the slaves. Yes, Thrifty Angela, you got it. And they're haunted by the slaves that are angry, you know. So it's built to kind of resemble that too. Which I think is why it looks so real. They did a really good job making it very realistic. Good night, Happy Place. There are several haunted places where I live. The town actually has several walkthroughs you can take in the historical house. Then there is the famous haunted house in Gardner, MA. It is for sale.
Oh, wow.
I wouldn't mind living in a haunted house. I don't know. And then part of me is like, no, because I don't want to be haunted myself.
Yeah. Oh. She was told she couldn't spread the ashes there, but apparently she snuck back and scattered her son's ashes anyway. After that, People reported seeing the ghost of a small boy crying near the exit.
He's crying because he wanted to go back with his mom. He's like, don't leave me here. I just wanted to play for a little while. Gotta run to my home away from home. I was like, have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Home Depot. That's the little boy?
That's a little boy.
That is a full-on little boy. That is a full-on little boy. That is not an apparition. That is a full-on little boy.
Solid.
Where's the rest of his body, though? That's kind of...
Yeah.
Every year when the Haunted Mansion undergoes its Halloween to Christmas refurb into the Nightmare Before Christmas themed Haunted Mansion holiday, a new gingerbread house is built.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, hell no. Barbara said, just the head? I see a floating head. I'm passing out.
Apparently, the house kept mysteriously losing roof shingles. It seems nobody knew who was taking them, and since this was the Haunted Mansion, some hungry spirits were suspected.
The little boy's down there, like, eating too many of the jelly candies, and he's like, oh, my tummy hurts. Time for some of the crackers, some of the gingerbread crackers. Soothe my tummy ache. But just the head.
Yeah.
Now each year, the designers leave an extra gingerbread shingle on a separate plate so that the ghost can still have gingerbread without messing with the house. Reportedly, the piece of gingerbread on the plate has continued to disappear, but the house has remained. I'd leave a whole little plate of all the goodies.
I think it's really pretty, though.
It is. It is really cool.
Look at the what, BB? Look at the what?
The architecture is so cool.
Oh.
Pirates of the Caribbean. That picture in itself looks scary. My turn or yours?
Your turn.
Supposedly, there is a boy ghost who is seen in the video monitors. He can be seen in the control tower, caught on surveillance cameras. He always seems to be happy and enjoying himself. But when the boat comes back into the station, it's always empty. That scares me. So, like, if it's a full body apparition, I think I might be like a little scared, of course. But if like that popped out, I'm going to pee myself, pass out. I'm not going to be able to run, move, do anything. If something like that pops out and like, I'm done. I'm done. It's going to be able to eat me alive, do whatever it wants to me. Like something scary like that, or like a black, gooey, creepy thing. Like, you know what I mean? That kind of stuff, I'm done. But like something that looks like a person, I think I might all kind of be scared, but okay. That. I know that's fake. I'm just explaining my difference in like spooky stuff.
You're going to be peed on yourself first, and then you're going to be passed out.
I'm going to pee first. Maybe do a number 2 if I'm that scared. You know, we never know. We had a ghost hitch a ride with us. He was meant to be there. Tell us more.
Yeah.
All right.
It has also been said that Walt Disney's ghost and a couple of other ghosts sometimes haunt the Disney Gallery above Pirates. The gallery was originally designed to be Walt's personal apartment, as the one above the Main Street fire station was kind of small.
Huh.
I think Walt's probably everywhere.
Yeah. The Woman in White. This one is perhaps a little strange because this is a ghost story that, while it comes from Disneyland, doesn't appear to actually be connected to the park.
The woman in white has apparently been seen on Main Street after dark, dressed in a 19th century gown.
My dogs are babies. Can't decide what they want right now. All right. The dress fits with the aesthetic of Main Street, but it's unclear exactly why this woman is wearing that outfit. It doesn't appear she's related to a cast member that used to walk the park in costume. Disney is such a magical place. It
It's
really
so
is.
cool looking there. Some believe she may have died on the site of Disneyland years before the park was built and simply never left the spot. While that may be the case, it seems the woman does know where she is. It says that she helps lost children find their way to Disneyland Baby Care Center.
Most people enjoy a good ghost story, and Disneyland Resort has certainly found itself with a few over the years. Some are tragic, some are romantic. For most, these are nothing more than stories, but what great stories they are. Such a beautiful place.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. So I think whether they're real, whether they're not real, whether some are real, whatever the case,
Yeah.
I think ghosts in general, I think they know that they've passed, most of them. I think that new ghosts probably are still figuring it out. Like, you're a new baby, you got to figure out how to walk, talk, all that. Dude, stop. He's knocking over my light now. I think new ghosts, they're still figuring out, okay, I'm dead. Like, I can get through this. I can do this. They're figuring out everything. But ghosts that have been stuck here for a while, they know they're dead. So then they have kind of figured out, oh, well, I can do this or that, or I can help this child get to this area, And I think that they're more aware of their surroundings and stuff. So I think depending on what place you're meeting that ghost in is what kind of interaction you're going to have with that ghost. You know what I mean? Also, I think it's the same thing with people. You're going to meet good people and you're going to meet bad people. So you're going to meet good people and you're going to meet bad ghosts, So I also think, and this is how I feel as far as like belief goes. If you don't believe in God, then I don't think you can trigger Satan and the devil and all that stuff either. Because if you don't have a belief in God, then you obviously don't believe like enough to
Yeah.
to rally up the Satan side of things either. So you just don't really have a belief. If you believe in ghosts, then you have to have some kind of belief, and therefore you're going to be able to interact and see and feel that stuff if you believe enough in it. You know what I mean? So I think that's kind of how that goes. There's going to be some people that just don't believe at all, and so you're probably not going to be open-minded enough to feel any of it or see any of it. I love what we do here, where we talk about it, and some of it we believe, and some of it we're like, that's a little bit sketchy, and
Right.
Again, I like that thing about this whole thing, and I like hearing the opinions of everybody in the chat too, where like Hippie's like, well, some of this is true, some of this I believe in, and some of this I don't. I like all of that. I have a very open mind to all of it. I have an open mind to listening to people that are like, I don't believe, and here's why. I think it's a good conversation to have. My dog's a mess. He's got his food and he doesn't like the other one near it. Johnny's Journey says, I believe, and that's why I'm so scary cat.
Yeah. And then I believe, as far as, if some are still, as far as ghosts, if they're still hanging around, sometimes they don't know they have passed. And like you're saying in your aspect, that they may be a new ghost and they figure it out. And then they're able to, pass on and go to the light and leave being here, but there's also some that want to stay because they want to be close to their families or the areas that they love, like to say Disneyland. They don't want to leave Disneyland,
Well, and the God thing, or not necessarily God, but spiritual belief. I don't know that that's necessarily tied to ghost either. I think that might be whether or not you have figured out what your belief is. You know what I mean? Like, if you die and you don't have any belief whatsoever yet, maybe you're stuck here until you figure out what you believe, because maybe ultimately there are tons of different places you can go in the afterlife, and you've got to figure out which one of those you believe in before you can pass on to that afterlife. So I don't know. It's a very wide debated subject, but I do believe that ghosts exist. I believe that demons exist. I believe that all of that stuff exists. I just think that you have to be open to seeing it and feeling all of it. I do find it very interesting, though, that Disneyland, the happiest place on earth, would have that. But when you present it like you did in this, it's like, well, why wouldn't they? Every place has got to have it. So why wouldn't they?
Yeah.
So I'm really glad you did this story, because it really got me thinking about all of the different things. There is accidents that happen there. It is also the happiest place on earth. So why wouldn't somebody want to go back and spend their, ghostly time at the happiest place they've ever been? So it's a very interesting story. I believe it's the best key lime pie I've ever had. You're a mess. Thrifty Angela said, I definitely believe there's something. I do not believe. I have an open mind. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So I want to hear RV Underway talk about on their live the next time their ghost.
Yeah.
I want to hear that story.
The ghost hitched a ride with them. When, definitely. Where, how?
Yeah, you gotta tell us all that on your next live.
Yeah.
So, and then next Saturday you will have a video coming out again, because you just had one this Saturday.
I have one that drops every Saturday, 10 Central.
Right, so if you haven't seen that, go check that out. She just had one. MelNetteLiving. Her link is in my description, so you can go check that out. Then she'll have another one coming out next Saturday. And remember to scroll up and you can find Happy Place Camping's cooking link.
Yep.
Then we'll be back next Sunday live at 5 Central Standard Time. Thanks, everyone.
And any suggestions too, Bibi, they can send you either an email or leave it in the comments on any, stories that you want us to research. We definitely love suggestions.
If there's any true crime stories, ghost stories, haunted places you want to know more of the history about, any of that stuff, just leave a comment on a video and we'll dig into it and find out more about it.
Yeah.
So with that being said, wishing you all much kindness and much love.
And we're sending love your way. Good night.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.